Here we go.
Lock in, nephews, and listen closely. Most attraction doesn't die on the first date. It dies before that date even happens. It dies in the bio. It dies in the prompts. It dies in the tone, the entitlement, and the unhealed energy people don't even realize that they're broadcasting. Tonight is swipe smarter, but really, we're talking red flags that kill attraction before the first date. And look, nephews, as always, we're not here to roast. We're here to see clearly. Because here's the truth. Nobody wants to say out loud. You don't get rejected for who you are in person. You get disqualified for what your profile signals about your mindset. Confusion, chaos, bitterness, prove yourself energy, this trauma dressed up as humor, standards with no substance behind them. Attraction is quiet. Disqualification is instant. And most people are sabotaging themselves before a man ever even opens his mouth or a woman shows up. So tonight, we're not asking, would I smash? We're asking, would this woman bring clarity or confusion into my life? Peace or performance? Consistency or chaos? Nephews, if you've ever said, I don't understand why dating feels so hard, tonight you're about to get answers. You might not like them, but at least you'll respect. Let's stop guessing, stop projecting, and let's all start swiping smarter. Lock in, nephews. Let's get started. My name is William. You can call me Young tonight. Johnny, go ahead and introduce yourself.
So I'm Johnny Dumbbell, and I'm actually a personal trainer and life coach here in beautiful Pittsburgh, where it's about to not be so beautiful as temperatures are going to plummet into the single digits this weekend. I know you guys over in Ohio, you're about to get it pretty good too. I think where you are, Bill, it might just miss you. So you might get lucky on this one, but you'll still be cold. Anyhow, not here to talk about my successes or failures. I'm not even here to tell you whether I would smash or not, as Uncle Bill said. But look, if we're on a profile in the comments, if you want to say smash or no smash, we got no problem with that. But remember, if you say smash, we're going to probably give you a couple of warnings about why you might want to think twice about it, if that's the case. At any rate, I can tell you this. I've learned a lot more from my failures than I ever learned from my successes. I have pretty much done every stupid thing a man my age could have done other than get himself arrested. Uncle Bill has that department. We're going to leave him with it. But, you know, felons do it better. What do you want? But the truth of the matter is, we have both done enough stupid things in our lives that we are the uncles that everybody in the family talks about. But not only is there a funny punchline to every story, there's a moral to be learned too. Listen closely, nephews. We're going to show you what that might be.
All right, now, nephews, before we bring out these lovely ladies, and okay, first of all, here's a few things. Johnny Dumbbell is very goal-oriented. He wants all of you to be goal-oriented too. Johnny likes to set goals for me, and Johnny's been a mentor of mine since 2008, and I really respect him. The goal he has for me tonight is 3 right swipes. That means 3 solid women who not just pictures I'm attracted to, but profiles that I like, that pop out, that stand out to me, that talk a little bit about how consistent that woman is, not just what she wants. So I'm looking for some solid ladies for myself, but not every profile we come across tonight is going to be for me. But that doesn't mean she ain't going to be for you, nephew. So we're going to break them down. We're going to give you the game on how to get at some of these ladies, so you know what to do when you're put in these situations. Because your uncles here know that we as men need to lead by example. And I would never ask one of you to do something that I wouldn't do myself. So
that's
give
right,
me
guys.
just a minute, and I'll get Bumble pulled up. Go ahead, Johnny.
Say that's right, guys. And remember, when we swipe. Wow, here we go. When we swipe left, we leave the knowledge and the ugly ones to you. So, while Uncle Bill's getting that ready to go, I was asking you guys a while back to write in with some of your crazy or successful or not successful or unique or horrifying online dating experiences, and we got one. We got one this week, and I'm going to read it for you right now. So this one's going to kind of make you shake your head. This is Tom, and Tom says, okay, this is kind of a long and embarrassing story, but I'll sum it up. I got catfished by a girl from my high school who I had never met in person. She went to my church youth group growing up, but she was a freshman when I was a senior and apparently had a crush on me, but never even said hi to me once. Apparently, it pissed her off that I wasn't in love with her, so she got online, made this whole persona up behind the pictures of a beautiful woman. She made multiple. He sent me a picture. The chick was hot. I should have actually uploaded that. She made multiple accounts of her friends, and even another fake guy account of her ex. Now, I had just broken up with my girlfriend at the time and was in a sad, lonely state. So I loved having what I thought was a beautiful woman showing interest in me. We talk on the phone daily, text constantly, and she would send me loads of pictures that she pretty much basically must have stolen from someone else's account. This was around 2008, mind you, as Uncle Bill was saying, right around the time that I was starting to kind of spread the game a bit. 2 years before the Catfish movie. Yeah, baby.
Hey, really, Uncle Johnny was talking about indicators of interest years before anybody in the red pill community was talking about choosing signals. Shout out to Uncle Johnny.
Thank you, brother. That was even before the red pill community came to be. And shout out to those guys because they got a lot of good ideals too. We don't necessarily align with all of them, but there are some things you can learn there too. But anyway, this was 2 years before the Catfish movie aired, so I had no thought of someone doing this. Never occurred to me. When I found out it was a fake account and everything crumbled, I eventually figured out who it was, and she flat out told me that this was revenge for not liking her in high school. Reminder, I had not even had one conversation with her in that time that I was in high school. I blurted out what she did. I blasted out what she did online. The whole thing flipped on her in a really big way, even if it was super embarrassing to admit that I had gotten got. So, great story, Tom. Thank you so much. And by the way, check your email. I have already sent you a couple of total body workouts that I want you to space out, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. We want you to start there. I'm going to set you on your way for your first 4 weeks of the Johnny Dumbbell Challenge. And guys, anybody who writes in, you can email me, nochaserjc@gmail.com, and I'll put that in the live chat here in a little bit, give us a comment live and, make sure you, I'll reach out to you afterwards and I'll figure out a way to get you the first 4 weeks of the program. But Tom, thanks, brother. Great story. I bet you'll ask more probing questions next time, though.
All right. I'm going to need a minute here. So I'm having a little bit of problems with Bumble. They want us all to switch over to the mobile version, and they give me problems with the desktop version.
Well, it's easier to keep track of you on your mobile device.
Give me 1 minute here.
Let's see what we got here. While he's doing that, I will go ahead and put my email address in the live chat. Once again, great, crazy, unique stories. Whatever you got, let us know, and I'll read the best one that I find that week on the following Thursday show before we get swiping. All right. Email is in the live chat. There it is. Speaking of goal-oriented and goals in general, our Pittsburgh Penguins right now are playing in Edmonton, Alberta. We are up 3-0 in the late game against our former goalie, Tristan Jarry. Things are looking good right now. Second place right now for the Pens. Let's go, Pens. Let's do it.
Give me 1 second here.
Take time, Bill. So yeah, by the way, I know we got some ladies in the live audience, and when you guys do chime in, hey, we love when you give us a little bit of advice, swipe left, swipe right. Help us out, man, because we have a lot of the answers. We have most of the answers, but we don't have all of them.
All right, just a second here. I'm having all kinds of problems tonight.
Mm-hmm. Just like you young men are having problems with online dating as well as relationship and situationship issues. And that is why you need to tune in Monday nights at 9:35. We will read your questions live and answer them for you. Now, we give you a little bit of tough love. We might even roast your ass a little bit, but you're going to walk away with the kind of information that nobody ever taught you as a kid and should have. And we're sorry they didn't, but that's what we're here for. Monday nights, 9:35. It's Ask Your Favorite Uncles. Make sure you tune in.
Is it my internet? Johnny, am I having a delay?
Not that I'm able to tell.
Okay.
Between me and my monitor screen here, it looks like the usual 6 seconds.
No, I'm having all kinds of troubles tonight. Give me 1 second. I got to work around for everything. If y'all just bear with me, I will get us a show popping together in just a minute. I apologize for the technical difficulties.
Minnie Mom, always good to see you. Thanks for checking in. Kind of want to figure out what we might be able to do for Memorial Day or 4th of July. You know what I'm talking about.
All right, Johnny, I'm working on this.
Zerker says, hey, the Pens are up 3 goals. What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, well, anybody who's been a Pens fan for more than a couple of years knows why that's funny and not funny at the same time. Yeah, correct. While Bill's doing that, don't forget, we've got about a week or so left in the month of January. My offer still stands. The first three sessions, and I got limited space right now because I got a whole lot of New Year's resolutioners that are just signed up recently. But the first 3 sessions I will give you for a total, not a piece, a total of $99. So, again, my email's in the chat. You shoot me some information, and we'll go ahead and get you going. Now, that can be in person or it can be virtual.
Man, why is this happening to me? This is great.
This is like the electronic version, the internet version of locking your keys in your car, except you didn't do it. It's not your fault. And shit ain't working.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I really want to just log out and log back on. Give me a minute. I'm working on it, Johnny. I usually when we have technical problems like this, we'll start the show a little bit later. I'm having more than one right now. That's why it's just making me laugh. I need to get mad.
Hey man, that happens.
No, see, I'm laughing because I'll be able to fix it. This is how I handle pressure. I'm not overwhelmed. I know what the program is, so I just need a few minutes to work around this, and I got us. We're gonna have a great show tonight.
Actually, just got an instant message here from Chad. He says, when you already get matches, and I do, how do you talk to women? I don't struggle with matching, but I do struggle with conversation. Most chats start out fine and they slowly fade out. There's no argument, just gone, really. It's pretty standard. Trying to be curious, relaxed, and authentic, but it feels like whatever I say eventually loses their interest. I don't want to be overly forward, but I also don't want to come across as boring or passive. For people who figure this out, how do you actually talk to women in a way that feels engaging and not like cheap small talk? Well, while Bill's doing that, I'll be the first one to tell you, she's going to be attracted to uniqueness, okay? Small talk is anything but unique. Now, I know you don't want to go over the top, but it's okay to push that envelope just a little bit. And I think what you're referring to here is not knowing what to say, how to say it, and more importantly, how to say it confidently and attractively. Here's the problem. I caution you. If you do not have a good, healthy amount of self-confidence, I wouldn't even get into this just yet. I would actually just kind of, build your self-confidence in other ways, get to know yourself, and more so get to like yourself. And once you've done that, go ahead and try it again and approach it with the kind of confidence of, hey, here's who I am and I can't wait to show it to you bit by bit. But the thing of it is that, I understand you trying to kind of be reserved, but that's never going to stand out in her memory. You've got to be able to do what the other guys aren't doing and frankly do it better. This is the kind of thing where you're going to have to be able to make her laugh, make her think, mainly about you. Now, how do you do that? What do you present? Well, again, if you had the utmost love and respect for yourself, you would already have the answer to that. I'm telling you that once you do, deliver it as if you've discovered it, because hopefully by then you have. Uncle Bill, how we doing?
Still working on it. Hey, I'm glad he wrote in with that question though, because tonight's show it's really about red flags that kill attraction before the first date.
Let's send him the program real quick.
You don't have problems matching with them, but my question would really be, are you over texting? Because it can create a false sense of intimacy. When somebody's trying to build emotional closeness before there's like real world interaction, that can kill attraction. It will completely collapse, my guy. So that would be my first question for you.
Well, in some of these situations, it's just like, look, you didn't jibe. Stop wondering why you didn't jibe. If you didn't jibe, you didn't jibe. No big deal. Okay. But my question, like Uncle Bill's saying, would be, are you sending more than one text in a row? You shouldn't be. This should be one for one, tit for tat. And even that should just be to decide whether or not you want to swap contact information. And even when you do that, that communication should just be for, hey, where are we meeting, when, what night? And you should be suggesting the place, date, and time. That's called leading. That's not demanding, because if she comes back with you with, oh, I'm not available Friday at 7, but I can do Saturday at 8. That's a counteroffer. She's not changing the venue or what you're going to do. She's simply changing the time because, hey, she's available then and not the other time. Whatever. But the thing of it is that you're not quite getting that far with a lot of these conversations. They fizzle out, they fade out. So, and when it does, listen, don't take it personally. Remember, this girl couldn't have possibly been turned off by your appearance because she hasn't seen it yet. Sure, she's seen your photos, but her photos is what made her swipe right and talk to you. And so now you're kind of wondering, oh, is it something I said, something I didn't say? Did I say too much? Did I say too little? Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. But again, when these things get unmatched, not only don't take it personally, but make sure that you express at least to yourself a little bit of gratitude that you're done wasting your time on this one and you can move on to the next one. That just kind of expedites the process of moving forward. But I caution you, don't do this. Don't try to attempt to love someone else if you haven't learned to love you yet. I can't tell you how vital that is.
Johnny, I really appreciate your patience. This is one of those nights where I have problems. And if I would have had these problems right before we went live, we'd have not gotten on to 10:15. So if you guys you know what, Mini Mom, I'm really about to reboot. I hate to do that. We'll hop out and hop back in. Because if I do
I got a couple of questions that I didn't get to read on a couple of Monday nights. Let me see if I can find them real quick.
Oh, that'd be great, Johnny.
That I got. I think I even have another one about online dating. Let me see what we got here.
So I'm having problems with Bumble. I'm having problems with the internet. I'm afraid to do anything with StreamYard. Just give me a minute. I'm working on it.
Yeah, here it is. So is it normal to want to love, but feel exhausted by the process of finding it? Yeah. As an introvert, dating feels especially draining. I genuinely want connection, partnership, and something real, but the way dating works now feels like overwhelming rather than exciting. I know there are endless dating apps out there, and believe me, there are, but most of them don't seem to match what I'm actually looking for. Everything feels rushed, surface level, centered around constant swiping instead of meaningful connection. And you know what? And I get that because, I see a lot of this, Bumble is kind of like that. Tinder's really like that, where when you see the picture, you got to go to the second or third picture, I think it is, at least on the mobile app, to even see any kind of a bio if there is one. So yeah, I get that. They really do lead with the photos, and I understand why, but at the same time, it would be nice to be able to see a snapshot of the face as well as a snapshot of the personality at the same time, at least on the main photo. I agree with you there. Small talk, forced conversations, and trying to sell myself to strangers takes a lot out of me. Now, see, that's the second time in a row we've heard small talk being more of a hindrance than a help. So again, if you're looking at this, Chad, remember this is what's happening, and you're creating a monotonous, boring situation. It's not that I don't enjoy getting to know people. I do, but I prefer depth, intention, and a slower pace. Dating apps often feel like they reward being loud, available, and always on, which doesn't come naturally to me. Introvert, I get it. The confusing part is wanting love while also feeling burned out by the process of trying to find it. I don't feel closed off, not emotionally, not mentally, nothing. I just feel tired of it. I'm starting to wonder if there's something wrong with me, or for feeling this way, or if other introverts feel the same tension between wanting connection and needing peace. For our introverts in the live chat, what do you think? I'd like to know what you guys have as far as an opinion on it. If you as an introvert have tried online dating or really any kind of dating, speed dating, whatever it happens to be, I would have to agree. I think that if you're introverted, I'm not, obviously. Uncle Bill, we're really not. But we've gone through, I don't know about Uncle Bill, but I've gone through stages of my life where it wasn't that I was introverted, but I was kind of like, nah, I just don't feel like connecting with people. And you know something? That is okay. If you're in a stage where you just don't want to do it, the best thing I can tell you is take that time and use it to work on self-improvement. Use it to do the Johnny Dumbbell challenge. Use it to learn how to play chess. Go on YouTube and get some guitar lessons. Whatever it happens to be, take that time to enrich and improve your own life. And then when you're ready to get back out there, get back out there. But you're sitting there right now saying, I don't like the process. I'm tired. Dude, take a rest. Nothing wrong with that. No one in this panel, no one in the live chat is going to judge you for deciding to take a little bit of time to be alone, even if you think it's for no reason. Take that time to make yourself better. And I guarantee you that in that time, you'll like yourself more. And when you do finally get back out there, the delivery of your personality to a woman that you met, that you are not trying to impress, you're just trying to express who you are to, because you like yourself that much to share it. But make sure that the feedback you're getting is real. If there's body language, there's this and that. I mean, those are the nuts and bolts. But I mean, the biggest thing you got to be able to do is know that you are strong enough, you are smart enough, and frankly, you are not only good enough, you are beyond good enough. When you can say those three things in the mirror to yourself and make it sound kind of like, well, yeah, duh, then you're ready to display that type of person that you are to a person that very well might be your type as well. Until then, yeah, man, keep working on yourself, and there's nothing wrong with wanting to be alone while you do it. I think working on yourself while being completely alone is probably the best idea ever. You can improve physically, mentally, spiritually. It's such an expedited rate of speed than you could when you're trying to maintain a relationship and make sure that not one, but two people are happy. I know that it's not just your job, but I think a lot of guys in relationships find themselves in that position where they feel like it is. It's not. You need to have that energy, and if she can't match it, there's nothing wrong with that. Uncle Bill, are we ready to roll?
Almost, Johnny. You know what? Thank you, sir. I couldn't ask for a better co-host. I really appreciate you, and I gotta tell you, you are light years ahead of me. I need to get up in front of the blackboard and teach the nephews a few things. You mentioned so many great topics. They don't make those anymore. Tonight. And first thing, you're right. We've had two questions about small talk being a hindrance to these guys. And I want to let them know why. One of the things we love to do is give you guys the why behind your questions and what you should be doing moving forward. So
that's not the same as giving you the why behind why she does what she does. That's not important.
Yeah,
the why that's important is the why that's important is the why behind what you're doing.
Correct. So I want you guys to understand why small talk is such a hindrance, and then we'll move on to the dating profiles. Just give me a minute here. Nephews, it signals fear and not interest. Small talk isn't neutral. It usually means someone is afraid to be seen. You're talking about weather, work, weekends.
It's a
Those are
byproduct of
skills.
nervousness. Yes.
Attraction grows with presence, not in safety scripts. And I need you to understand this too. It burns time without building any sort of connection with that woman. You can small talk for an hour and it's going to feel like nothing. That's because small talk exchanges information, not energy. Chemistry comes from meaning, not updates. Small talk, it keeps people in performance mode. Small talk invites this polite mask. Everyone stays nice. Nobody's real. Attraction requires authenticity, and small talk is actually preventing that. It rewards low emotional intelligence. On top of that, anyone can ask, "What do you do?" Fewer people actually know how to find out what actually excites that woman. Excuse me, I'm getting a little ahead of myself tonight, Johnny. When the bar stays low, depth never shows up. Small talk creates false comfort. People mistake comfort for connection. We run into this all the time on the Monday night show. They're confused when attraction doesn't grow. Comfort without any kind of depth, it leads to boredom, not desire. And I got to be honest with you, we talk really big, especially on Thursday nights, about how to vet the women that you allow into your life. And when you're out here small talking with these women, it delays vetting process. Real conversation, it reveals values, boundaries, even emotional regulation. Small talk delays all of that, which means you waste time on misalignment. And I know it feels safe, but safety alone isn't attractive. Safety matters, yes, but when it's only safety, it feels dull. Attraction lives where curiosity, polarity, and presence exists, not autopilot conversations. Now, if you
and I think in this day and age, the small talk definitely does kind of follow up with the whole theory about trying to fake confidence, because small talk does project an air of insecurity, just as trying to fake self-confidence kind of projects an air of creepiness, and it really does. Guys, if you do not really feel confident, don't try to act like you're confident behind this lack of confidence. There's going to be a hesitancy behind you saying something that sounds good but isn't. And I know that's not a very good description, but I promise you, if you're trying to fake confidence, it will come across creepy every time to her. Because really, I mean, and if you were able to watch a film of you doing that later, I think you'd agree. It's I mean, go on YouTube and look up when guys fake confidence. There's video after video about that, and you're going to see the kinds of things, the kinds of cues. Those of you who've been through sales training should already know this. We're not talking about love and romance and success in the bedroom when it comes to that, but we are talking about the art of closing a deal. And closing a deal can mean making a sale or, finding that match.
Bottom line, nephews, small talk isn't evil, but staying there too long is lazy. Depth creates attraction, and clarity creates desire. Now, he said something else too I want to address real quick, and then I'll move us forward. He says something about how he was feeling tired of looking for love. All right. Searching for love, it's only exhausting when it's done from the wrong posture. And I'd love to give you a slight breakdown of this, sir. You are tired of looking for love because you're chasing outcomes instead of alignment. Okay. You're
chasing connection first.
When you're looking, you're scanning, evaluating, hoping, performing. That puts the nervous system in constant effort mode. Love isn't found through hunting. It's revealed through resonance. Right? He's pouring out energy into people who couldn't return it, repeatedly investing in low clarity, emotional unavailable, or inconsistent patterns that have been draining him fast. I guarantee it. That fatigue isn't from love. It's from misallocation, sir.
Absolutely.
And something I've seen with the other nephews that write in, you're confusing connection with attachment. Early chemistry can feel like promise. I know that, right? When it completely collapses repeatedly, the body learns disappointment before the mind catches up. That creates emotional burnout. I'd be willing to wager that's probably what you're experiencing.
Yeah, think about it this way. These hands, they're not attached. They're connected. The difference is if they were attached, I wouldn't be able to get them apart. Now, the nice thing about them being connected is that I can hold on to things a little bit tighter. And when I need to, I can let them go. But if they were actually physically attached, forget it. Now, not only would I not be able to let go of something that I don't want to hold on to anymore, but even if I could, I'm going to be much used to them if I can't get them apart. That's attached. And what we're talking about here is if you get attached to a person, very little of that is going to work. Maybe, the few situations where being attached is going to be good. And I'm not even sure if there are any of those. Connection is better. This hand needs to hold onto this hand to maintain a good connection to work together well. But attaching them, that's just going to cause you problems, whether you manage to hold on to what you're trying to squeeze or not.
Johnny, he hasn't healed. He's just pushing forward.
Yep.
Right? He has unprocessed grief, and it's stacked.
Yep.
All these I'm fine, it just adds more weight. And I got to tell you, eventually, sir, your soul is going to tap out, not because it's broken, but because it's overloaded.
Yep.
And I say this because I can tell you're operating from hope instead of standards. If you had any kind of standards, you certainly wouldn't be tired. Hope keeps you in motion, but let me tell you something. Standards, they let you rest. Right? When hope drives dating, exhaustion follows. When standards lead, peace returns. Imagine that, nephews.
Provided you stick to them.
I know it's not our Monday night show. Johnny's been running circles around me all night, Chad. I just need to catch up and give him a little bit of game. Now, sir, if you're ready, without further ado, let's look at some of these lovely ladies' profiles tonight.
All right. Let's kick things off. Now, see, we got less time, but we still have the goal. Remember, we're not telling you that, no, you know what? The goal doesn't change. We have a little less time, and sometimes it's an adjustment as men that we have to make. So the adjustment we got to make as men. Sore subject, William. Too soon. Too soon. Those of you who don't know, that was kind of the catchphrase of now former Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin. Hey, the search continues here in Pittsburgh for a head coach, but just like the search continues for 3 matches for Uncle Bill tonight. So, without any further ado, let's have a look at this fine young lady.
First up, Johnny, we got Bree, and
I'm more of a provolone guy.
No bio.
Oh.
All right, it does say she's looking for marriage. We'll see if the profile aligns with that. Okay, it says, together we could go to a brewery and yap.
I mean, hey, that's kind of a nice way of having a drink and talking. But again, so far, bio-wise, all we know is she wants you to take her to go get drunk. Well, or have some drinks. I don't want to say get drunk, but, have some drinks. By the way, don't ever get shitbagged on the first date. I'm telling you.
Oh, look. No, that's a Buckeyes game. Or is that a Brown? No. All right. Well, Johnny, all I got to go on is a couple pictures, and she's willing to go have a drink with me.
Yeah, that's an Ohio State game there. Yeah, I mean, look, she looks great. That'd be a smash for me, but the problem is we don't know enough about her other than she wants to go to a brewery. Now, whether she's closer to here in Pittsburgh or closer to Columbus, she'll find one.
Time out. Flag on the play. I gotta hold you accountable for this. You said that would be a smash for you, but based on
I'm talking about
what? Her looks.
That's it.
This woman doesn't deserve D. Okay,
I think you're missing the point.
I really am.
Yeah, I'm just saying that if looks were all that mattered, I would say smash. But they're not, because we're not.
Don't matter because we operate from standards, and it's my standard where I'm not swiping right on any profile where the woman didn't take the time.
Oh no, I'm not saying swipe right. I'm just saying that, hey, she looks good. To sum up what I'm saying, I'm just saying she's good looking. That's it.
Nephews, don't let Uncle Johnny troll you. Their looks don't matter. That's not
No.
okay. You should
They get
be
the foot. They get the foot in the
attracted
door.
to them,
They
but
get the
you
foot in the door.
can't
That's
place
it.
a bunch of value on how a woman looks. Place value on the things that she's doing. Place value on whether she's consistent or not. Place value on if she picks up the phone every single time you call her. Place value on the fact that when you ask her to send you a picture, she does. Don't place value on her looks like that, because that's how you start putting women on pedestals. And
Well, that's kind of the point that I was making.
What's your
If looks,
favorite uncle
I'm
here?
just saying that
Once you start putting them up on a pedestal, they have no choice but to look down on you.
Yep. And the thing that is a lot of it is because even if they do have a decently high opinion of themselves, they know who they really are. And even if, and in the very beginning, they know that you don't know just yet who they are. And so if they know that you're ready to put them up on a pedestal, even if they are good people, even if they are a good woman, if they know that you are ready to put them up on a pedestal on date number one, or God forbid, before date number one even kicks off, they're in their mind, they're going to say, man, this guy putting me on a pedestal after having 5 text messages between us. Either A, he's desperate, or B, he thinks very lowly of himself, or C, all the above. Now, that's not something that she necessarily articulates to herself. She might, but I think that's more of a subconscious feeling that's going to tell her, maybe avoid this guy.
Okay. 1 second here, Johnny. I'm previewing this profile and doing 5 things. We got our phone lines open. If you guys would like to call in and ask questions about one of these profiles, we would love to hear from you.
By the way, if anybody's ever been catfished online with online or in an online dating situation, I'd love to see that in the comments. Tell me what they told you. Tell me what was different from their photo than what they actually look like. And if you did manage to find out why they catfished you and why they felt they had to do that, hey, put that in there too. We'd love to see it. Because look, these are the pitfalls of what we go through. Those are the uncontrollables. Now, we're here to talk about the controllables, but the uncontrollables can create some funny situations, some great stories, and some great comments. So we'd love to see it.
All right, Johnny, next up we got Bonnie. She's 33 years old.
Mm-hmm. Which one?
Well, I guess we'll get to that. It's about Bonnie.
That
never
looks
say
like the steps
never.
to the Cathedral of Learning.
I'm not sure. About Bonnie. Never say never, except never.
Mine's kind of close to that. I always tell people never say never unless you're telling someone else to never say never, in which case you have to say it twice.
Johnny, I don't say never. I don't say never, except never waste my time on misalignment.
Yeah. So we know she never says never. All right.
If I could bring back one trend, it would be presence. Now, you know why I really like this? Because about 3 minutes ago, I was just telling all of you that presence is what builds desire with women, not small talk. So shout out to Bonnie here for backing me up.
Yeah, not a crafty text message. You're right.
My personal hell is being on a dating app.
Bruh.
I know that poor thing. All that attention and all that dopamine. Who wants that? Who wants all the reaffirmation and the messages that you're probably never going to read, but look at the sheer number of it and feel good about yourself? Yeah, we don't want that. Yeah, forget that. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't buy that at all. That's like saying I'm so tired of people liking all of my photos on Facebook.
I don't know, Johnny. I bet that, you know what? I'm going to have to do more research on my Bumble dates. I generally keep it about me. I'm not small talking here. But
shit, you're
so
only
I
44
don't
minutes.
ask about other guys because I don't really care. I just assume that every woman I meet has some dude she's already smashing, and I'm about to just steal this woman from him.
Well,
So,
I mean, the thing of it is, I mean, you really don't steal anybody, though. She does whatever she feels like she wants to do. And if she wants to go for that guy, she's going to do it. The thing that I got to, the thing I got to let you guys know is never assume you're the only one she's talking to, especially in the preliminary stages. Now, does that mean, oh, screw this girl, she's talking to other guys? No, I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is that, and this kind of speaks back to the small talk conversation we had earlier. Okay. You're not leaving small talk to this girl because the other 45 guys she's talking to are doing the same thing. Why? Because they're every bit as nervous as you. They're every bit as unconfident as you. And they're probably trying to fake that self-confidence to try to make themselves appear attractive if they even have the brain to understand that it's confidence that women are attracted to. Well, one of the things. And, so again, this is yet another example of why if you do actually end up speaking with this girl, you're going to need to make sure that you are your authentic self. And if you are truly your authentic self and a self that you like, you're going to stand out naturally, automatically. You're going to be surprised at how much easier that is than you probably think once you have made those steps complete, in developing and sticking to your own program. Now, in this girl's case, I'm not seeing a whole lot of info.
No, but I got to tell you, Johnny, I say this all the time that women get their pick of the guys they don't want. So again, this backs up, and shout out to me. I know. This is
also shout out to Shannon Scott. She's in the chat. She's in the building. By the way, Shannon is also, and I want to make sure I make this real quick mention, by the way, Shannon is still smashing the Johnny Dumbbell Challenge. She is getting to the gym 3 times a week. I have yet to hear from any of you guys in the chat. I am not hearing anything from any of you guys in the chat that you're that you're even going to the gym, let alone accepting the challenge. It's pretty simple. If you don't know what to do, let me know. I'll tell you what to do. My email's in the live chat right now. But Shannon's kicking your ass, guys, because I'm hearing from her. I ain't hearing shit from you. Let's go.
Okay, so
down off my
I bet it's probably boring as hell for her on a dating app.
Yeah,
look, I mean, I like women that wear heels. Okay, I know she's gonna dress up nice. She cleans up nice
and hoops.
I like women that do stuff outdoors. She's clearly not capping about that. This is somebody who loves to go on hikes.
By the way, if anybody knows where that is, let us know in the chat.
Oh,
that looks amazing.
That's Pacific Northwest all the way.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I just like to know exactly. That looks like Jackson Hole, but I don't think it is.
Johnny, I think I'm going to swipe on her.
I mean, yeah, there's limited information in the bio, but
I need some
she
help,
seems fun and she seems adventurous.
She has some really interesting pictures here. None of them are really thirst trapping. This is like she's showing off her life and the things that she's doing in her life. She is attractive. I don't see one bikini picture. There's no pictures with the tiggle bitties hanging out. So
and she got some nice long legs, but she's not flashing them.
There's some modesty there. She's well traveled. She likes to be outdoors. She's tired of losers.
Pretty sure the right side is Netherlands.
Yeah. So it's enough to make me want to have a drink with her. Tell me more. Yeah.
What the worst could happen is you waste $7.
So
or in Pittsburgh 15.
And I know we're limited on time, but that doesn't matter. I hate that that's a sore subject for you because that was one of that's like the best thing that will always stand out to me. And he had a lot of really good wisdom and tidbits of information that you could learn a lot from.
He's a great leader among men. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to him. Yep. All right, Johnny, I'm swiping on her.
Let's do it.
Chat, unless you guys think it's a bad idea, let me know in the comments. If you think I'm dodging a bullet here by swiping left. I think this is somebody that, let's see, rarely has a drink. Okay. I'd go have coffee with her, though. I'd rather have some hot cocoa and put my little Himalayan.
I got to be honest with you. I'm craving a slushie lately. Like, it's the worst time of the year to have a slushie, but I've been wanting a slushie so freaking bad.
All right, chat. Speak now.
I'm about to go to 7-Eleven tomorrow.
All right, Johnny.
Bless that bitch.
All right, so we got a right swipe.
Yeah.
All right, we got one down. Let's go.
Let me check out Andrea's.
By the way, while Bill's doing that, if there's anything you can see in a bio within the first 5 to 6 seconds that would make you go, nope, swiping left, whether it's looks, whether it's in the bio, whether it's anything, what is the first thing that usually makes you or that you think would make you nope out of even swiping right on a profile? Also, if you've ever been on a first date,
you know what?
And you've ever been on a first date from an online source and you noped out and left before it was over, tell us in the comments and tell us why.
All right, Johnny, we're talking about swipe smarter and red flags that kill attraction before the date even starts. And I want to talk a little bit about, I could have a very attractive woman here on the screen in front of me. And if I'm picking up bitterness disguised as humor, if there's like sarcastic digs, passive aggressive jokes, or don't waste my time energy, that's not confidence, nephews. I need you to understand that's unresolved resentment, and it repels me immediately.
I'll swipe left and live, laugh, love. I mean, it doesn't even take that much for me.
So another thing that's a red flag that's gonna kill attraction, and this goes for men and women. This isn't just with women. This isn't just stuff that men do. Trauma on display. When you start oversharing about past relationship damage, trust issues,
don't share it all about that.
Wounds in a bio or a prompt. Like, look, nephews, I promise you, healing is respectable. Advertising wounds to a stranger is not attractive.
You're basically putting your weakness in a display case. As a matter of fact, I don't care if you've ever been cheated on before. I don't care if every girl you've ever dated has cheated on you before. If you're on a date with a woman and she asks you ever been cheated on, your answer should be, not that I know of. Not because the thing of it is that it doesn't matter what's happened to you before. It doesn't matter that the past is the past. It doesn't matter that women that dated you before lacked respect for you. It doesn't matter that women that dated you before thought you were weak, could do what they wanted to do, and then you keep going back. What matters is, if you're hearing me say this right now, it means you've been watching us. And you've got the knowledge. All you need now is the confidence. And that's what's going to lead you through your next first date. But I wouldn't even swipe right on her until you start watching us on Thursday nights.
Nephews, another red flag that's going to kill attraction before the first date is inconsistency. And that's in signals. When one photo says low effort and the next says high standards, when prompts don't match the photos, when words don't match the tone, when there's conflicting signals, it just triggers disqualification because, as we always talk about on Monday, clarity is attractive.
Yeah. And if you hear a combination, if you even feel like there's a combination of high standards and low effort, that's not a question. That's a sign. If she is showing high expectations and low effort on her part, I wouldn't give her another minute of your time.
Now, nephews, to my vetting process.
And no, you're not going crazy.
With my standards, the number one red flag that's going to kill attraction for me is validation seeking energy. Thirst traps paired with looking for something serious. Constant selfies or the convince me kind of prompts. When attention is the goal, I promise you the connection never is. All right. Without further ado, let's break down Andrea here. She's 50. Nephews, I know what a lot of you are thinking, like, damn, Unc, she's 50. Well, Unc here, I'm 45. So 50 is about my limit when it comes to women that I may be interested in. And I know we center the show
It says she's
around,
a nanny. Is she a nanny, or is that just how her grandkids call her Grammy?
I know that we center this around teaching you young men a vetting process, but we also deal with men who were in long relationships, long marriages, and they're getting back out into the dating market. So all I'm saying is bear with Unc here. This is all just lessons for the class. This is just some material. We want you guys to be able to learn and grow and do better at dating. So hopefully Andrea here tonight is going to help us teach you something. 50.
She can kick, stretch, and kick. If
No
you know,
bio.
you know.
Well, unfortunately, nephews, we see this a lot. And no bio equals low effort. And that's not somebody that's looking for a connection. It does tell me
Minnie
she
Mom
drinks
says she's probably a
socially.
smoker.
She says, win me over by loving dogs.
No, she's not a smoker.
Not the cap.
Okay.
Win me over by
Nephews,
loving
I
something
need
that,
you to
let's face it,
understand
90% of men
something.
love.
Go ahead, Johnny.
Yeah, win me over by loving something that 90% of men out there love. I mean, she could have plugged anything in there. Dogs, steaks, beer, football, porn. It doesn't matter. I mean, the thing of it is she's putting out there something that she knows guys are attracted to. Now, this to me shows, when you combine that with the fact that, let's face it, she is a half a century old, she is really looking to connect with somebody, looking to find somebody, and she's going to put out things that she knows guys like. That's what that kind of comes across to me as. Now, maybe she's not desperate. She's not a bad-looking woman at all. So I highly doubt that she has a shortage of men interested in her. What she has is a shortage of men interested in her that she is also interested in. Oh, gotcha, Minnie Mom. Sorry. I see what you mean. But she's putting out there things that are going to attract a lot of men so that she can have that kind of way of being able to weed out the one she doesn't want and find the one she does. The hard part for her is that the number of men in that pile that she would actually be interested in as well, they're dwindling. There's not as many as there used to be for her. And so maybe that's why she's kind of using the men who love dogs kind of shotgun blast, because she is going to still get messages in her inbox when she matches. See, the big difference on online dating that guys have problems with getting connections at all. Women don't have a problem getting connections. They have a problem getting connections from guys that they're actually attracted to. So when they go out there and say there's no good men out there, no, what they are saying is there's no good men out there that would treat me like a princess and have the alpha personality, but still do whatever I want them to do. There's not enough men out there that I'm attracted to that would still be willing to bend a knee to me. And that could very well be what she's looking for. I'm not saying it is, but it sounds like at this point, she's putting that shotgun blast out there, hoping that she'll have a pile to pick from, and that somewhere in that pile, they can find, a couple of guys that aren't quite the turd in the punch bowl.
Nephews, this woman is outsourcing attraction. Okay, instead of saying what she values, she's using dogs as a proxy for her character. It's vague, it's safe, it's low effort. Because I mean,
if you don't like dogs, get the hell out there.
How does she equate liking a pet with being a good partner?
Because here's the thing, remember, she's not vetting you for being a good parent. She's 50. You're not going to have babies with her. Okay? But in this particular situation, she's looking for someone who is going to, like I say, respond and be attractive to her. That's what I think we're looking for here, or what she's looking for.
Okay, well, I think she's signaling lifestyle and not depth. What she really means is walks, routines, staying in, responsibility. If you hate dogs, you're automatically disqualified.
Listen, anybody who hates dogs, I don't want to associate with. So I get that.
Well, Johnny, I think you're right about she wants easy validation. Dog content is socially bulletproof. Let's face it. All right. Almost everyone likes dogs. So yeah, it is a cheap way to farm likes and agreement. Because here's the thing. I need you guys to understand this. If you don't take any other lesson with you tonight, before you log out, I want you to remember this. Women are never going to give you the blueprint on how to get at them. They're never going to give you the passcode to their heart. They're never going to hand it to you on a silver platter. You as a man need to figure that out for yourself. Women want to be seduced. They want to be with a man who can take the lead and know what he's doing in all situations at all times.
Months ago, I told you guys about making her uncontrollably attracted to her, or attracted to you. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, and the thing of it is, by uncontrollably, I don't mean that when she looks at you, she loses all control, removes her panties, wrings them out, and jumps you. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is uncontrollably attractive means that the same rules she gives for the guys that she's not really that attracted to, but decided to be kind and give them a chance, those go out the window due to her attraction level to you. When a woman is attracted to you, she does not put rules on herself, and she sure as hell doesn't put them on you. Now, does that happen right away? Not always. Matter of fact, not usually. But I still promise you that when a woman meets you, especially one that you met online, she knows within the first 5 minutes if you are ever going to see her naked.
Okay, well, Johnny, if she would have had something on here like dogs are important in my life, cool, love it, run it. But when you're talking about win me over by loving dogs, number one, it's lazy to me. Number two, I know she's not going to give me the blueprint how to get at her. I don't know. I don't like this. It's not a red flag, but it is a clarity test.
Well, not only that, but it also kind of seems like win me over by loving dogs sounds like she wants you guys to all be like, I love dogs more than any man alive, you know, and I mean, you know, and so it's almost like a competition of who loves dogs the most. So, I mean, you know, that's kind of, you know, I don't think that's necessarily what she's looking for. I think she is really kind of maybe overemphasizing how much she loves dogs. It most likely is a projection. And in this case, not a bad projection at all. I love dogs myself. But, yeah, I mean, I think that those two words are a little more loaded than we thought.
Nephews, we're your favorite uncles for a reason. Shout out to us, because I'm going to point this out so you know what you're looking at the next time you're on Bumble. She may lack clear criteria. We see this often. When somebody can't articulate values like integrity, emotional regulation, or communication, they always default to one of three things: pets, travel, food. I guarantee we'll see another one tonight like this.
Speaking of which, we are already an hour deep, so we're running out of time, but we already got one. And I guess I got to ask you, Bill, what are we thinking on this one?
What makes a relationship great is honesty, communication, and chemistry.
Oh, yeah. Giving the normal things that people want in a relationship. See, that's shotgun blast number 2. That's shotgun blast number 2. I don't know what to write here, so I'm going to write some words that, first of all, look, who doesn't want those things in a relationship? But again, other than the fact that she looks pretty good for 50, nothing here jumps out at me.
You're right, Johnny. There's nothing here that makes me want to go have a drink with her. So, nephews, we're going to pass on this one. But if you did like this woman, if you did want to get at her, if you did match with her, I would say take her on a dog park date. Yep. Normally, we tell you guys to go to the
pooch. I didn't see the puppy dog.
Women, and take something to feed the ducks, and just spend like an hour and a half outside. Not bread, right, Johnny? Shout out to Johnny. Not bread.
Nuts, grapes cut in half. Seeds, things like that. Not only do ducks love them more than bread, they're a lot better for them. And look, as a man who walks down the banks of the Allegheny River almost every single day on his way to work, I'm sick and tired of stepping in duck and goose shit. So stop feeding the bread.
All right, I'm going to pass on this one, Johnny. Let's see if we can find somebody else I am more compatible and in alignment with tonight.
Speaking of which, I actually got to pet a duck the other day. Yeah, you'd think it was pretty cool, but I ended up just feeling a little down. I know that was terrible. I'm aware of that.
Okay, Johnny. Next up, we got Angie. She's 37.
Feels like screw that. I'm ignoring him.
She's. I'm sorry, buddy. I don't
blame you. It was a stupid joke.
Okay, well, here's my issue. I love swiping on nurses. Okay, so whenever I see their nurse, I have to resist the urge to nephews. Let me give you a little bit of game here. Nurses, uncle tell you how nurses really are.
Yeah.
You should always be swiping on nurses, nephews. They are all kinds of fun.
And I'll be honest with you, nurses' aides are actually not a bad choice either.
All right.
Although I still feel like and look, I'm only saying this from personal experiences. Nurses you date, nurses' aides you just kind of smash. And that's been my experience. Maybe I'm wrong.
Bruh.
Okay, about Angie. Love to have fun with my family. Can always find us outside. I enjoy the best things in life. Humor is the best medicine. Drinks socially.
I'll tell you what, add humor to endorphins and you got a deal.
Love to have fun with my family. So my guess is she probably has kids. Nothing wrong with that.
Minimum, am I to understand that you quit smoking? I just saw your comment. Am I to understand you quit smoking? If so, congratulations. Love that.
Okay. Yeah, here's the thing. Like I said,
May 6th of this year will be 17 years for me. So hey man, it's tough, but stick with it.
She did take the time to fill out a bio.
All right.
John, this is real generic though. This is safety. She's playing it safe here. There's nothing that tells me I'm going to enjoy myself with her.
Yeah, guys, this is actually preemptive small talk that we were talking about earlier. She put small talk in her bio. Basically what happened here.
Yeah. To play it safe. So again, a red flag that kills attraction before our first date. I need something a little bit more in this because I don't want to waste my time going on a date with her, and you know what I mean. It turns out to be boring.
Bruh.
Yeah, that indicates whether she's either shy or simply insecure. But did I see a Browns jersey in one of those pictures?
Probably.
Uncle Bill, do you like big Browns fans? I mean, honestly, even as a Steeler fan myself, I'm not against it.
All right, Johnny, I'm going to skip through one or two of these profiles and try to find us one that.
You see, I'm not going to be the jerk Steeler fan that says it. I'm curious, why is it great to date a girl who's a Browns fan?
I'm sorry, Johnny. I'm looking over. So, okay, look, me personally, I love to date women who are Browns fans for two reasons, sir. Browns fans typically tend to be very loyal women, loyal to a fault, even if they're rooting for the Browns. And most importantly, nephews, women who are Browns fans are never going to expect a ring. I've seen this.
We make that joke because we love you, Browns fans. Hey, man, I grew up around you. I love you all. I hope someday you win something.
Yeah, hey, I keep telling the Browns fans this all the time. They think that's a big, huge rivalry with Pittsburgh. The fact of the matter is Pittsburgh don't even really care about us. They don't like Baltimore, yo.
Yeah, we hate Baltimore more than we hate Cleveland. But Browns fans, let me tell you this. I know that you don't really necessarily have an actual horse in this race, but how fucking cool is it that Kevin Stefanski is going to be head coach of the Atlanta Falcons and Baker Mayfield now has not one but two chances every single season to stick it to him? I think that's going to be great. I think y'all ought to pay attention to that, whether you're a Bucs fan, Browns fan, or not.
All right, Johnny, next up we got Heather, 43. About Heather, I'm sweet by nature and flirty by choice, but I like the person I've grown into from doing the inner work. I am one to choose carefully, but I will show up completely, hoping to make a connection with someone who's genuine, grounded, and laughs easy. Currently accepting applications.
Bruh.
You know, I got to tell you, at first when I saw that she said flirty, I thought, okay, so she likes to flirt a lot. But in the next sentence, I'm one to choose carefully, which means that she flirts with whom she chose, and I will show up completely. So she's showing up completely, and she has the same definition of showing up completely that you should have, young men. That means that not only is she flirty, she is flirty with the man that she is interested, and that's it. And if that man is you, you might be all right. So I'm not saying she's absolutely that way, but I'm saying that does kind of save grace from the whole flirty comment, to where, you know, she may or may not be describing just simply flirting with you or whatever man she's attracted.
Okay, well, I know we didn't get started till about 45 minutes ago. We've only had a few.
By the way, making an appearance tonight, Jessie the Yinzer cat. Jessie made an appearance. Jessie, say hello. She's eating. She's hungry. But, you know, Jessie the Yinzer cat, ladies and gentlemen. Now, she's a black cat with a white belly, and I know she's a Pens fan because, well, she's already dressed like one. Thank you for showing up, Jessie.
I'm hoping to make a connection with someone.
I'm still figuring out being a cat dad. I'm here.
Laughs easily.
All right. So she makes bad jokes like I do and wants you to laugh at him. Hey, I'm good with that.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, this is not bad so far. My favorite quality in a person is there is more than just one. However, personality is definitely huge. Yeah. Nice answer.
I also like the dress.
Bless that bitch.
You know what? I like the little black dress too, Johnny.
She got a nice kitchen too.
I wonder if she'll cook.
Dude, I can throw down in that kitchen, man. Let me tell you what. I make Sunday sauce on that stove right there. I only need 2 burners. She's got 4.
Instead of drinks, let's go golfing, axe throwing, or to an escape room. Life is meant to have adventures.
So if you're ever in the Pittsburgh area and you want to, and listen, I know that axe throwing sounds kind of strange, but listen, if you like axe throwing, and a lot of people around here do, there is not one, but 2 places that I could send you if you're going to be in the Pittsburgh area that is not only inexpensive, but a lot of fun. And if you like axe throwing, you really ought to check it out.
Hey, Jill, nice to see you. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Hey, what's up, Jill?
And really, we appreciate the love and support. That's why we do this. Okay, Johnny.
Actually missed her last comment. That was my bad.
Nephews, you shouldn't be letting women plan dates. However, it does give us a little insight into her personality. Life is meant to have adventures. You don't have to go golfing, axe throwing, or to an escape room. You just have to take the woman on an adventure. And if you know what you're doing, you create the adventure out of any and every situation you're in. Look, I'm being honest with you here. If a woman is that excited about you and into you, she will go with you to run your errands. She'll go to the grocery store with you, the post office, whatever it is that you need to do. She just wants your time and wants to be by you and next to you.
Yep.
So adventures, as a man, you should be very adventurous. Johnny.
Well, not only that, but goal-oriented, man. Don't ever be satisfied with where you are in life. You know, I mean, it's good to be happy with where you are in life. That's not the same thing. I'm happy with where I am in life, but I'm not satisfied. You know why? Because I'm not a millionaire yet. You know, something that is actually a goal of mine. You know, and that's going to be very little by little. But you know, something with my online business and my personal training. Hey, I mean, I've got a goal and I've got a plan. That's what you need, fellas. You can set a goal all you want. Without a plan, you pretty much just made a wish.
Yeah, Johnny, I'm not a millionaire either, and I don't have that same desire as you do. I just want, you know, me and my children to be comfortable, and I would give back. I would go get dozens of pizzas and hand them out to the homeless and do stuff like that. I would give away so much money. My people would be so mad at me.
I give them protein wraps because it's healthier.
Oh, absolutely, bro. And a protein shake to go with it. What are we talking about?
Right after I have another whiskey.
Teach me something about, she says, teach me something new. What I really need help with is learning how to grill a steak.
Oh, dude, listen. I mean, here's the thing. Now, I don't care whether she's being genuine about that statement or not. But what I do want to say to you is, young men, learn how to operate a charcoal grill. Okay? Get yourself a chimney. Get yourself some fuel. Get yourself some coal. And I mean, as soon as the weather's warm enough, or if you really got some stones, go out in the wintertime, fire up that grill a good steak, and learn how long it takes to cook it the way you like it. The first couple, you're going to screw up if you've never done it before. But remember, whether you like it well done, which I'm sorry, I think you're nuts, and if you use ketchup on it, I can't talk to you. Or if you like it rare like I do, I just say saw his horns off. Doesn't matter. Learn how to cook your own steak perfectly so you know how to, if you do end up in a partnership, let her know how to cook it when she makes dinner and know how to cook hers when you make it. Whatever it happens to be. The point of the matter is, a man needs to know how to make and maintain and safely extinguish a fire. And that fire should just have a purpose other than simply keeping you warm. It should be cooking your food. It should be heating your home or whatever it happens to be. But one of the most basic things that makes men more intelligent than animals is the ability that we can make fire on demand. No other animal on earth makes fires on purpose. That is what makes us different from the animals. And that is what makes you kind of a little bit more masculine in the ability that you have this primal instinct and understanding of how fire simply works and how it can work for you. But for the love of God, be safe. And by the way, if you want, put it in the comments. I'll even make an instructional video on how to get your charcoal grill going without using a single drop of lighter fluid. So if you want to see that, text hell yeah in the chat.
Bruh.
All right, Johnny, I love it when women want me to teach them something. You know, one of my philosophies as a man is that we should be leaving women better off with them when our time is finished, when it's time to go our separate ways, than they were before they met us. So I do that with every woman that comes into my life. I'm teaching them stuff, and they often learn new things about themselves that they didn't even know they liked. So, Johnny, I'm swiping on this one. I'm interested in this one.
Dude, we got it.
All right. Well, you know what?
We ran a little bit over, but we got a couple.
Yeah, you know what? Nephews, I think we're going to wrap this up tonight. So let me leave you with this. Attraction is not something that you convince someone into. It's something that you qualify for naturally. Most people aren't struggling because they're not good enough. They're struggling because they're broadcasting confusion and hope for clarity in return.
Yep.
Every bio you write, every prompt you answer, every photo you choose is either saying, I know who I am, or please figure me out.
And then tell me what you found.
Well, healthy people, we don't sign up to fix strangers. Swipe Smarter isn't about getting more matches. It's about fewer mistakes, fewer explanations, fewer emotional debts, and fewer late night conversations that go nowhere. Clarity is attractive. Peace is attractive. And nephews, I promise you, consistency is attractive. If somebody can't meet you there, then you don't chase. Don't negotiate, and certainly don't perform. Let them pass and let alignment find you. Because when right, I promise it's calm. And when it's wrong, it is so loud. Okay? Swipe in a world with standards, swipe with dignity. Remember, choosing always beats chased. I'm sorry, Johnny. Go ahead and say
that was my fault, man.
Brother.
Look, in a world where women are attracted to unpredictable men and men are attracted to predictable women, it sounds like there's this huge disconnect that we are never going to figure out. But remember, sometimes things that are opposites are actually the jigsaw puzzle pieces that fit together. If you want to figure out what I mean by that, you first need to figure out yourselves. You first need to figure out what you like about yourself. You second need to figure out what you know yourself to be capable of doing. And third, you need to have goals, plans to reach those goals. And once you found that linear path, only accept the people in your life that are going to help you along that instead of hitting the fucking brakes. And that is when you are going to find true happiness, whether you end up finding somebody that you swipe right on or not. We're here to tell you the difference between being right, being happy, and being satisfied. And satisfied should be at the very end of your life. I always tell my clients, if you want to send me a before and current picture, go ahead and do so. I refuse to call it before and after. There is no after. There's only before and current.
All right, nephews, we are going to be back Monday night answering your questions with Ask Your Favorite Uncles. Until then, Johnny, is there any words of wisdom you wish to leave our nephews with until Monday?
I think everybody knows this word for word, but I'm going to give it to those of you who have not seen our show before. For you first timers, I don't know if you're out there or not, but if you are, thank you so much. But remember, I'm not going to be able to see you until Monday. And between then, we got a winter storm and an entire long weekend ahead of us. So Uncle Bill and I will not be there to bail you out of jail or help you. So in the meantime, in between time, keep the drugs and alcohol to a minimum. But if you do drink, don't drive. And if you do drive, don't park. Because accidents cause people. Good night.
Thanks for watching, nephews. We appreciate you.